students, welcome back to Chemical Kinetics. We were studying pseudo first order reactions, and here in this module we will take some examples on pseudo first order reactions. So let's take our first example, and that is hydrolysis of an ester. If I have to conduct this experiment in the laboratory, this is how it is done. But that's not our concern. Let's first write down the equation. Now you have an ester which reacts with water in presence of more water, and it produces acetic acid and methanol. Now here in this reaction, if you see water, it is not just a reactant, it is also a solvent. It's playing a dual role. It is a solvent as well as a reactant. Because you can see water is on the left side of the arrow as well as H plus is on the arrow, which means water is both solvent and reactant. So by default, by compulsion, I have to take water in large excess. It's not a choice. If I want, I will take water in large excess. It's not like that. It's a compulsion. Water has to be taken in large excess because it is a solvent as well as a reactant. Now here, in this case, if I have to write the true rate law, it will look like this. R is equal to, rate is equal to K into concentration of ester raised to 1 into concentration of water raised to 1, which means that the order in this case is 2. Alpha plus beta, so 1 plus 1 will give me 2. This 2 is the actual order, the true order of the reaction. But since we are taking water in large excess, we can rewrite this equation as rate is equal to K dash into concentration of ester raised to 1. Now here in this case, order is 1. And this order is nothing but the apparent order. Apparent order is also called as false order or a pseudo order. Let's take another example of the same. Hydrolysis of sucrose. Now I'm sure you all remember this equation. C12H22O11, that is sucrose, reacting with water in presence of water to produce C6H12O6 and C6H12O6. Now even though the molecular formula is same, these two compounds are optical isomers of each other, glucose and fructose. In this case, sucrose is producing glucose and fructose with the help of water. But water, once again, is a solvent as well as a reactant, which means it has to be taken in large excess. If I write down the actual rate law, it will look like this. Rate is equal to K into concentration of sucrose raised to 1 into concentration of water raised to 1, which means that the order is 2, and this order is nothing but the actual order of the reaction. Also, since we are taking water in excess, we can rewrite this expression as rate is equal to K dash into concentration of sucrose raised to 1. So the order is now 1. This order is the apparent order or pseudo order or fake order or false order. There are so many names for it. So even though the actual order of the reaction is 2, it appears as though the order is 1 because we have taken one reactant much more in excess. So I hope this helped you understand the concept of pseudo first order reactions. See you in the next module, my dear students. Till then, take care.